Okay, hold on. You think that you don't have skills to freelance? You're wrong. I'm Erica Knoll, a top 1% freelancer on Upwork who since retired her husband and now travels full time as a digital nomad. I have a completely free beginner community where I help total beginners start freelancing even when they think they have no skills to get started. Each week I drop a free tutorial or resource to help my beginners when it comes to freelancing, and this week's free training is all about how to find your freelance ready skills even when you think you have none. It even includes a mapping tool where you answer 12 simple questions and it will profile you and tell you which freelance niches you should consider exploring. If you want the free training or the mapping tool, just drop a comment below and I will get you set up with the link. And here is a clip from this week's training. Okay, so when you start freelancing, you are starting at the top of this funnel, and the goal is that over time, as you're going to gain experience and expertise in what you do, just like I was talking about with that person who eventually is the person selling you the course, making the millions of dollars, selling the dream, right? They started up here at the top too, and then they worked their way down. Okay, and so with this is what this actually looks like. So in freelancing, and I specifically am going to teach you Upwork because I believe Upwork is the fastest platform for you to start making some really significant money over time. I'll get into that more in a different video later, but they have high level niches that they roll things into. So it might be a niche of writing, right? And underneath writing, there's lots of different services. It might be a niche of like web design and development, and underneath that a lot of different services. Okay, so you're going to start when you first start doing freelancing, you are going to start with a very high level open-ended niche. Okay, open playground for you to try a lot of different things. So I'm going to use my own here, right? So writing was the first category. Then once you get your first few wins, once you get those first few wins and you start to be able to apply for more competitive jobs, more specialized jobs, and also as you experiment, you're going to figure out what you like and what you don't, right? So as you figure out what you're liking, but once you start specializing in blogs and articles, and then with that, you have happy clients leaving you great testimonials, right? Talking about how great you are at this. It's going to be easier and easier for you to one, land those jobs, and two, start charging more money as you work your way through here. So that's when I returned to Upwork. And that time I had a strategy. I took it much more seriously, but it basically was like restarting all over again from ground zero. So I started, despite the fact that my previous job was a six-figure job. So 50 plus an hour is what $100,000 a year is. Okay. So even though I was easily before making 50 plus an hour, and even though I have lots of great experience that people should be paying me for way more than $15 an hour, $15 an hour is where I started. Despite that, because you are competing in this huge, massive pool, you don't have the proven experience, so you're not ready to start charging those premium rates yet. So I think, yeah, this was 75. And then here. Okay, so I started off at $15 an hour. When I came back, it was the end of 2023. I think it was like September of 2023. I came back, I was doing $15 an hour is what was on my profile. I think I was taking little like flat fee service jobs for like 20 bucks here, 25 bucks there, just to start to get the momentum.